Welcome to Born to Win. I'm Brian Proctor, and each Monday I'll be sharing a short message to help you start your week with focus, clarity, and a sense of purpose. Every episode is designed to remind you that success isn't something you chase, it's something you allow. You were born to win, and when you live in harmony with the laws of life, you begin to experience that truth in every area. So take a deep breath, open your mind, and let's get started. Last week, we talked about MMFI, Make Me Feel Important, a simple yet powerful way to bring presence and kindness into every interaction. And I wanted to start there because MMFI is gratitude in action. It's how gratitude moves, through words, through attention, through the way we treat others. This week, it's Thanksgiving in the United States, so I want to take this idea even deeper. Let's talk about how to live in gratitude, not just feel it occasionally, but to really move the world with an attitude of gratitude, even when faced with challenges, stress, and reminders of what's missing. Because real gratitude, the kind my father Bob Proctor taught, isn't dependent on circumstances. It's a state of being. It is how you keep your energy at a higher vibration. You see, moving into a feeling of gratitude changes your vibration faster than anything else. When you feel genuine gratitude, your body relaxes. Your heart rate, it slows. Your thoughts, they rise. You come into harmony with the good that's already present in your life. And here's the key, you attract more of it. Gratitude isn't something you do when things go well. It's something you become, even when life feels uncertain. When you feel, receive, and express gratitude, you're saying, I see the good. It's not denial. It's awareness that there is an ebb and flow to life. It's recognizing that in every experience, everything is working out for you, even when you can't see it or feel it yet. You will find I talk a lot about gratitude. I do this because I know that gratitude is your foundation from which all your successes will grow. Now, here is something important that I have learned in over my 30 years in this industry. Often people struggle to feel gratitude. Oh, they do the exercise of writing it out, but it's just that, an exercise. They're not connecting to it. And connecting to that feeling, it's crucial. So how do you do that? Well, here's what works for me. I get into a quiet space. My phone, it's probably in a different room. I take my time and I write out the things that I am grateful for. I will even write about something that I have not attained yet, but I write that I am grateful it's on its way. Then I close my eyes and I think about the things I just wrote out. I allow that feeling to fill me up, like a warmth flowing through me. I feel it in my heart and I sit with that. I really think the key is giving yourself that time to connect to what is good. Most people are programmed to be so busy or occupied that they don't value the power of a pause. What I'm talking about here is less than 5 minutes. We all have 5 minutes. It's just a matter of deciding to do it. Now, I know the holidays can be a mixed experience. For some, it's a time of warmth, family, and celebration. For others, it can stir up feelings of stress, pressure, or even loneliness. There's the expectation to be joyful, but sometimes the reality doesn't match. And that's okay. This episode isn't about pretending. It's about learning how to maintain an attitude of gratitude, even when life doesn't feel perfect. You see, I believe that gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. My father has a quote you may have seen. He said, gratitude is an attitude that hooks us up to our source of supply. And the more grateful you are, the closer you become to your maker, to the architect of the universe, to the spiritual core of your being. What he is telling us here is that gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a state of vibration and connection. It's how you harmonize yourself with the good that's already present and the greater good that's on its way. When you're in a state of gratitude, you can't be in a state of lack. When you're in gratitude, fear loosens its grip. Doubt fades. You begin to see opportunity instead of obstacles. So gratitude isn't a reaction to what's going well. It's a cause that attracts more good. It's the vibration that opens the door for abundance in every form. When you are feeling grateful, giving or receiving gratitude, you shift your awareness. This shift in awareness moves your focus from what's missing to what is already here. You see, you can't be grateful and dissatisfied at the same time. Those two vibrations, they don't coexist. That means every time you choose gratitude, you are literally choosing a higher frequency of thought. You're tuning your mind to the same wavelength as abundance, love, and peace. Think about it like a radio station. You can't tune into jazz if your dial is set to classic rock. You've got to get on the same frequency as the music you want to hear. Gratitude is that adjustment in frequency. It tunes you to the good that's already flowing your way, even when you can't see it yet. I remember my father sitting in his study one evening. It must have been around this time of year. He had just finished a call with someone who was going through a tough time. When he hung up, he looked at me and he said, "Brian, the secret to getting unstuck is gratitude." He said, if you focus on gratitude, there's no room for resentment. If you focus on gratitude, worry loses its power. And then he said something that really stayed with me. The moment you feel grateful, you are in harmony with the good that you desire, and the good begins to move toward you. That's why gratitude isn't a once-a-year event. It's a daily decision. It's a spiritual practice. You can think of gratitude as a creative force. It isn't something you say, it's something you feel so deeply that it changes the energy in the room. If you have ever experienced my father in person, you know exactly what I mean. When he walked into a space, he brought that energy with him. When you're grateful, you're working with the law of vibration, because whatever you focus on expands. So if you focus on problems, you get more of them. If you focus on what's missing, you stay in that vibration. But if you focus on what's working, what's beautiful, what's growing, you multiply it. So if you want to attract good into your life, start by appreciating the good that's already here. That's not just positive thinking, it's alignment. You can't attract abundance from a vibration of lack. So how can you maintain gratitude during this busy season? Here are a few ways to keep gratitude alive when life gets noisy. Start and end each day with appreciation. Before you reach for your phone in the morning, pause and think about what you're grateful for. Then write it down. It could be simple. It could be a good cup of coffee, a comfortable bed, the sound of laughter, a beautiful day. Then go to your quiet place, close your eyes, and think about how fortunate you are. Then at night, before you drift off, mentally review your day. Find one moment, even a small one, that you can appreciate and allow yourself to sit in. Sit in it and feel it. When you do this consistently, it rewires your mind to focus on abundance rather than lack. Turn your attention outward. If gratitude feels hard to access, shift the focus away from yourself. Ask, who can I appreciate today? And send a message or write a note. Tell someone what you admire about them. That is gratitude in motion. When you pair that with the Make Me Feel Important lesson from last week, something amazing happens. You will lift yourself by lifting others. Another strategy is to close your eyes. Take a deep breath and simply say, thank you. Say it quietly without needing a reason. You will feel something soften. That's your spirit remembering the truth. Gratitude doesn't change your circumstances instantly, but it does change the energy you are in. And when you're in a better energy, you will attract better into your life. You may have heard me share the story about my dad putting me to bed at night. Well, he would sit next to me, put his hand on my heart, and ask me about my day. He would always listen. If I shared something I was struggling with, he would encourage me to look for the good in that situation. And then it always ended with him saying this, Brian, you are capable of being, doing, or having anything you want in life. You'll have a great sleep. Tomorrow you'll wake up with a big smile on your face, and have a wonderful day. What Dad was teaching me is gratitude, that there is good in everything. Maybe a challenge is strengthening you. Maybe a closed door is redirecting you. What gratitude does is it changes how you see the world. It softens the edges, and it opens your heart. And it reminds you that no matter what's happening around you, there's always something to appreciate within you. When you practice gratitude, you stop resisting, and you start allowing. A simple practice for this week. Here's a small exercise to try. Each morning this week, write down this question. What am I grateful for today, and why? The why is important. It connects gratitude to meaning. Then once during the day, express gratitude to someone else. Tell them what you appreciate about them, or write it down if saying it feels awkward. This practice connects thought with action and emotion with expression. And it is your actions that will determine your results. That's how you build spiritual muscle. And if you want to go a step further, keep a gratitude journal. When you write your gratitude by hand, you impress it on your subconscious mind, and it starts to guide your behavior automatically. Now, before we wrap this up, I want to be clear. Living from a place of gratitude isn't about ignoring what's difficult. It's about noticing what's good in spite of it. It's about saying, thank you for the lesson. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the strength that's forming in me. So, as you move through this week, with family, with friends, or even on your own, take a few quiet moments to simply say, thank you. Say it often. Say it sincerely. Say it for the big things and the small things. And remember, the vibration of gratitude is the vibration of love and abundance. Stay in that state, and you'll start to see more reasons to be grateful appearing all around you. Thank you for joining me today on Born to Win. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who could use a little light this season. Remember, you were designed for success, built for expansion, and born to win. I'll see you next Monday. Until then, keep your heart open, keep your focus on the good, and carry that beautiful attitude of gratitude everywhere you go.